Have you ever been gaming or working online classes and your internet service constantly gets interrupted? First Nations Fiber is about to ensure that just won't happen again. Get ready for high speed at a new level. Click on fnfiber.com and sign up today. First Nations Fiber, empowering people through connectivity.
And welcome back to the show Kwakaratónni. We share our stories from Kahnawake Tourism. Today's episode is a special one. We're honored to sit down with the 2025 Ontario Junior B Lacrosse League champions and the 2025 Founder Cup champions, the Kahnawake Hunters. Woo, welcome to the room. The team didn't just have a great season, they made history. They battled through one of the toughest junior lacrosse leagues in the country, carried the spirit of the Creators game with them every step of the way, and they brought home the championship. That meant so much more than just a trophy. The win echoed through families, through the community, and through the Haudenosaunee lacrosse culture. We're talking to players and coaches about their journey, the challenges, and the moments that define the championship run, and what these victories mean to Kahnawake. We'll explore the roots of the game, the connection between lacrosse and identity, and what the future looks like for the next generation of Haudenosaunee athletes. And of course, we'll talk Founders Cup stories, Olympic hopes, and how it feels to see Aguesasne bring home the President's Cup as well this year. So settle in because this is a conversation filled with pride, laughter, and a whole lot of heart. Today we have with us Kirby Joe Daibo, we have Thunder Jacobs, Owen Rice, Cayman Daibo, and Dylan Martin. We also have Greg Horn here in the studio with us today. So we're just going to get the day going and introduce yourselves and let us know how long you've been involved in the lacrosse culture in the community.
My name is Kirby Joe Daibo. I've been involved with lacrosse 18 years now. I'm assistant GM for the Kahnawake Hunters, and I'm the president of minor lacrosse.
Awesome. Welcome to the show. We got somebody next to Kirby Joe.
Thunder Jacobs, D coach for the Kahnawake Hunters. Been involved with the Hunters for 4 years now, and before that, player. So
I've watched you play a couple times. Next, we have Owen Rice.
Owen Rice. Just been playing lacrosse since I was like 3 years old. Been into it.
Awesome.
Cayman Daibo. Been playing lacrosse since maybe I was 5 years old.
Dylan Martin. I played in paperweight for like a year, and then I quit playing to like around Bantam, and then got back into it.
Awesome. So welcome to the show, everybody, and really happy to have you all here. And I just wanted to say, as a spectator, as somebody from the community, it was just really a proud moment for everybody to watch all the hard work that went into it. I coached soccer for a long time, so I really know that it just takes all your dedication, all your heart, and everybody just really coming together as a real unit, as a team, to be able to get those successes. So would you be able to share just a little bit of what the story and the origins of lacrosse are for people who might not know the story behind it? And I'll leave that up to y'all to decide who wants to answer it. Don't be shy.
well, it's been our game since forever, right? We invented it. The beginning of the game was mostly for medicine. A lot of it that some people don't understand or don't realize that a lot of it was for war too. They settled conflicts between communities, but we kind of, moved a little bit past that now. But we use it mostly for our medicines.
Mm-hmm.
Just even playing the game, like say at the arena or like just organized lacrosse, it's still a medicine to our people. A lot of people do believe that still. I do, even coaching.
Mm-hmm.
I still believe that it brings a lot of medicine, not just to you playing, but whoever's watching. And
It's something that I talk about when I go out and represent the community at a lot of different events. A lot of the youth now are hearing about lacrosse, so it's something that I can connect with them. But they don't know the roots of it. They have no idea. So that's why it's really important for us to be able to showcase to the world that not only was it our game, but we're still dominating. Even though we're part of this smaller population of the Haudenosaunee Confederacy, we're always representing amazingly on these world stages. So just really awesome to be able to share that with the world, that we had something that was used instead of wars, because we see that the world is kind of struggling with their state of affairs. So being able to share that story with people, that there is a way to work together and to all come together as a community to share that good medicine. So We have different people in the community that start their kids off at a very young age, and you three guys all started before the age of 10. What kept you coming back to play lacrosse every season? What was it that brought that love of the game for you?
For me, maybe it was just, I mean, it was just fun, right? I mean, my dad played all the time. I watched him growing up. I think it was just like, it was just fun. Like, it was just fun playing lacrosse. I mean, running around, meeting new people. I mean, like I said, watching my dad play all the times, it was fun to always go to those games, and you always look forward to watching the Mohawks or the Hunters. So I just liked
The pride.
yeah, being around those type of players and learning new things about it. And I think just like the competitiveness of it, the just being aggressive, and it was just fun to
Mhm.
play.
Well, that was something that I just learned this year that Wayne Gretzky's dad actually used to bring him to play lacrosse and buy him a new lacrosse stick every year from Six Nations. And that's what he credits his skills in hockey to, was him playing lacrosse. So it's really awesome to see that you can play lacrosse and then transition into something else. It just really gives you a good base for all different sports. We were teaching it in the high school a few years ago, and that was my first time ever getting hit with a lacrosse ball without equipment on. But it was just really fun to see the kids trying it out and getting into it. And my son got to play it last year in the school, so it's nice to have the schools adding that into their curriculum, because when you go outside of the community, a lot of times that's not in the curriculum. Lacrosse, like you do basketball, you do tennis, you do all these other sports, but that's not usually in there. So, what about you two? What brought you to lacrosse and what kept you in lacrosse?
When you start younger, you make new friends, lifelong friends. Some keep playing the game, some stop. They play a different sport or just quit sports. Uncles, you have like uncles that play lacrosse. You watch them. Like I have a few uncles that played. They won a couple Mintos, a couple Founders. They have old videos they like show me and
Awesome.
stuff like when I
Yeah,
was growing up.
throwback.
Watch them. I have brothers too. My older brother plays. And just like even you're young, you go to the arena, you watch the game, you have your lacrosse league with your friends.
Hmm.
Someone goes net by the wall or something, and you're like trying to dangle them.
The whole vibe.
Yeah, just backyard lacrosse. You're outside shooting around. You make tape balls, do whatever, play with anything really.
It's awesome. Yeah, it's something that I really enjoy going to watch my stepson play, and the boys just getting rough out there and getting knocked over, and they just get back off, dust it off, and keep going. So it connects back to stories that I heard about when kids used to start playing lacrosse traditionally, about 4 years old. But the way that we played before was with a wooden ball. So having a wooden ball whack you a couple times, you're going to learn real quick to get better reflexes. So it really contributes to so much positive growth for our men in the community. And we see that the Haudenosaunee women also are doing amazing on that world stage. So it's just something that we hope to continue to grow and use as a tool to get visibility. A lot of the world doesn't know who we are, right? They don't know who the Kahnawake people are, who the Haudenosaunee Confederacy is. But getting out on that world stage brings a lot of people asking questions and finding out how awesome we are. So coming back to your league and all the stuff that you guys did this summer, I looked real quickly before I came. You guys had 20 regular scheduled games this summer. So how many teams are in that league, in the Ontario Junior B League? I'll leave that to the coaches.
24.
Nice. That's a big pool. When I coached soccer, we only had about maybe 10. So that makes it quite interesting. What's the furthest place that you guys have to travel?
This year we had to go to Elora quarterfinals.
Mm-hmm.
It's about 7 hours.
Oh, that's a good journey. So when you guys have an overnight, do you guys have an overnight or you guys drive there, drive back?
No, we have overnight.
Okay.
Usually 2 in a regular season, and then we travel for playoffs.
Nice. Awesome. So one thing that I was curious of was that towards the end of the season, there seemed to be like a lot of buildup, like between the two playoff teams. and like a sectioned off area that I had seen at one point, and security. Like, what was the story behind that? Because we had hosted them, right, in like the week before, because I had set up a Let's Talk Tourism at your guys' game to try and make them play nice, to give them a little bit of education on who we are. But I hadn't heard more of that afterwards. So to me, I just found it very interesting because we were good hosts when they were here in the community.
Yeah. So on our way there, we had a bus coming,
Mhm.
fan bus, and also people driving. So we end up hearing that there was pre-sale tickets, and that there'd be a chance for that our bus wouldn't get any, and they can only accommodate like maybe 400 people max, I think, or
Mhm.
something like
Yeah, it's a
that.
really small arena. It's only
Yeah.
one-sided arena also,
Oh,
right?
600 people max. And from what we were hearing, that it was already sold out. So like we had like kind of, everybody was kind of like in a panic.
Hmm.
People are already 5 hours away, from home. We're almost there. And so once we got there, they were these pre-sale tickets that nobody could even buy. I don't know where they bought them,
Hmm.
but we end up getting in touch with Ian Garrison.
Hmm.
He's the one that was able to accommodate us with some tickets. We ended up getting the whole bus load of ticket, but then after that, it got sparse.
Hmm.
Some people couldn't even get back into the building. If you left the building, even with a ticket, you weren't allowed back in.
Huh.
So a couple of our fans got stuck outside.
Had we
But
ever had an issue like that at our arena for
no,
games?
never.
This was a first.
Yeah, we can really pack the sports complex, so that maybe that's why.
Hmm.
And I don't know. Maybe it was they were trying to play head games with us or whatever.
Hmm.
It kind of fired us up a little bit more. I
Yeah.
found it kind of backfired on them because we were coming for that championship, coming for
Hmm.
redemption. So nothing was stopping us. So
And that was the semifinals, or that was the
that was the
the
finals.
finals? Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So there was a lot of buildup around it, but it was really awesome to win with that dignity and just keep it on the court and make them just have to sit in that. So it was really awesome to see you guys do your job even with that adversity against you and that stress, but just really flipping that 360 and bringing back that win. So after you won that, what was the feeling for you guys as players after all that hard work? You guys really came back in those playoffs. Like, what was the vibe in the dressing room and on the buses?
After winning the Ontario from what happened last year, we went down. Was it 2-0?
Hmm.
3-0 we lost, so they got swept last year.
Hmm.
And coming back this year, they were on a high again, but we I don't know. We
You guys just
we
flipped
stepped
it.
it
You
up,
guys just
and
flipped
we
it.
didn't want that to happen again. We were so close last year. I believe if we won last year, we would went on to win Founders last year as well.
Hmm.
So winning this year was special. It really, like, that. I can't really explain the feeling of it because like there's just like so much emotions, like
Hmm.
going crazy. I played them like my junior year, my first junior year, my rookie year. I played them. I played for the Rebels, Six Nations Rebels. I played them. They're always a good team. They always work hard. They don't stop.
Yeah,
They
they're
can run.
very hustlers.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they
yeah.
they might not have as much skill, but they won't stop right
Mhm.
until that last buzzer. So it takes a lot to
Yeah, that's
beat a
what I
team like
gave to
that.
them
Yeah,
as a
like
coach. I was watching on the sides and I was like, yeah, they got that hustle. When you don't give up, that defense, that was going to
yeah,
win you games.
like that number 4 McDougal.
Hmm.
He's short. He's little. He gets beat up. He took a beat in all series, and he's went back out there and still
Hmm.
did what he could, but he couldn't do too much.
Hmm.
Our defense
Good
locked
job,
him
boys.
down.
Yeah, it was really awesome to watch that happen. So after you guys celebrated, after you guys had that drive back, how did you guys just lock in when you guys got back to get ready for the next phase? Or did you guys take a little break and take some downtime? Or was it just go the whole time?
We took like a week off of everything.
Nice,
They gave us a little break,
nice.
and
Much
then
deserved.
after that we got right back to it.
Nice. Well, it's always good. When I'd finish my season, we would always have that downtime, and then winter season starts back up. So It's always good to let the body rest for a little bit and then reset and focus back on what the goal is. So, what do you think was the key factor in getting that win this summer? Like, what was it that you guys did differently this summer? What did you feel like stepped up that game to be able to get that win?
I think a lot of it was vengeance. I found we really wanted it. Like Dylan said, like we went down last year. We got swept. Like we felt good last year. We felt good going into the finals, probably just as good as we did this year. And then to be swept that, it's something that no team wants. Especially like the end of the year that way. And then this year going into it, we felt confident again going in. We dropped the 2, and then it was kind of like you backed the dog into a corner, and we had to fight our way out. We climbed the hill, and everybody understood their assignments. The 2 games, like the first game, I think it was like 12-9 or something. We were there like the whole game. Like it could have went either way. Yeah, the score was a little bit off, but we could have went either way. And then the second game, we lost by 1. So they were both close games, so we knew we were there. It didn't matter like the whole goalie controversy and all that stuff. It didn't matter who was in it. We were coming for them. And then coming back home, we're just such a dominant team at home, and that goes to our fans, a lot to our fans. The building's electric. Like just being on the bench alone is unreal to hear the crowd, especially like when big goals are scored. Like
yeah, it's amazing.
Yeah,
it's a whole buzz.
It's pretty wild. So seeing these guys play, like I said in other interviews, like we taught them everything that we can, and they just executed. So they deserve like all the credit. Like we were like kind of just standing back and let them do their thing. Like I said, they understood the assignment. Bringing back like key guys like Cayman, he's coming back from BC off of Minto. That was huge, And then we had a couple other puzzle pieces that we brought in. But, it was pretty dominant. Like these guys, they're workhorses, and they don't stop until they get that job done. Or
it was a pretty star-studded list y'all had this summer, right?
Yeah, it was a pretty good list. Like it was solid, and we keep our. It was actually I was like kind of proud that we kept it mostly Ngwahue. We had one white guy, which was Connor Gorman. Who ended up being like a crowd favorite for some crazy reason. But no, he's an awesome guy. He himself understood like where he was playing and what he was playing for, which was pretty cool. Like he really bought into the culture of Kahnawake. So that was
awesome. Cool. Yeah.
But other than that, to have all Ngwahue players, like it was pretty awesome. Like
powerful.
Yeah.
Yeah. So from the player standpoint, what did you feel like being on this team? What was the key thing to bring that victory for you?
The key thing for us to win, I think maybe just coming together as a team, right? I mean, everyone always says that, but I think we were probably maybe the closest team.
It makes a huge difference.
I mean, we're all really good friends. I mean, obviously we met some new people coming in, but I think we built a connection really fast where we seen each other as brothers, and you're going into battle with brothers that you care for, and you're looking out for each other. So I think it was just a special moment, and it was just pretty cool to bring that back to K-Town, that fire, that lacrosse back home.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, these guys played last year for the Hunters, and like you said, they came close. And I think from what they did last year brought that spark. If they didn't do that, then I don't think we would have did what we did this year from that fire. And just knowing we were able to get that close, it was just pretty cool.
I love that. I was kind of wondering if you guys did that on purpose and left that sign up by the arena the whole year that said that.
It kind of seemed to motivate us towards the end there. Like, that was pretty good.
Oh, that's awesome. So then moving on, after all of this settled, the dust settled, you guys started training again, getting ready for Founders Cup, and then you get there. Who was the host nation of the area where you were? Oh, nice. Yeah.
It was the Tsuut'ina Nation in Calgary.
Awesome. Yeah, I had seen the pictures when you were posting it there with their flags, but I didn't remember what their name was. And they had a player that was playing in the...
I don't think he was from there. He's like from the Blood Tribe, Zane.
Okay. But he's from out that way?
Yeah, he's from out that way. Yeah, he's a couple hours from where,
so nice.
From where we played from.
So his people's got to come and watch. Yeah.
Which was pretty cool too, because it kind of like there was like a couple games where we hear the crowd cheering for us.
Did they bring their drums?
Yeah, they did actually,
Yeah.
which was pretty cool.
Yeah.
There wasn't many of them, but we got to experience a little
Yeah,
bit.
it's nice. When we went to Indigenous Games, a few of the teams from out in BC, they all come with their drums, and then that creates a whole other level of motivating the team on the field or the floor. So it's that energy that you're bringing. So when you got there, what was the energy for all of you guys like there? Did you feel stressed? Did you just feel like we got this, or what was the feeling that you guys had in the locker room?
A little bit stressed out, like it's the biggest cup you're playing for. Like that was my first year ever playing in that. So I was like, when I was there, I was like, holy, like I'm here, like this, I'm playing for it. Like I get a chance to try win everything.
Mm-hmm. So how did you handle that stress? Like, what would be your tips?
Just kind of, don't think about it too much. Just go out there. Just look at it as like another game.
Mm-hmm.
Can't be too nervous. When you're nervous, you start to make mistakes. So you just gotta stay
kind of
calm,
overthink it.
play your game.
Mm-hmm. Awesome. So the first game that y'all had, what was the score? You remember?
It was the Mavericks.
Oh yeah, that was a good game too.
That was actually our toughest game I found.
Yeah.
In the beginning, it was the Mavericks. I know we had traveling, and that was our first game in a tournament, the jitters and stuff, but they were a solid team. They ran hard.
Mm-hmm.
They put a lot of pressure on us early, but we just weathered the storm. And then, but I feel like having a game like that right out of the gate kind of helped us. You know?
Get all the jitters out.
Exactly. Yeah. So it was nice to jump right back in it and just start playing lacrosse again.
That's awesome.
And they're like a game like that right off the start, it gets everyone on their toes. Like, oh, like it's not going to be a cakewalk. Like we're not going to win it easy. It's going to be
tough. It's
going to be tough games all the way to the end.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's awesome. And your guys' entrance was very, very stylish with the cowboy hats and all the swag. It was cool to watch that go down out there because I hadn't seen everybody in their fits, and it just represented the whole community. It was a whole look. So when you guys ended up winning the final game, what was the takeaway for you guys from that game? Like, what was your highlight from the winning game? Your highlight reel of what you think back of?
I think maybe just I think there's maybe under a minute left, and I think we were up by 3 or 4. I think that's when it kind of settled in, where like it's like we actually did it. Like it's over. You see the clock going down, so you start to get those goosebumps. I think some of us started to take our helmet and gloves off early on the bench. I mean, I know I did.
Mm-hmm.
But just to see that final buzzer go and just see all the boys just run to our goalie, Casey Lahash.
Mm-hmm.
Just the celebration was pretty cool to look at. I mean, and all the adversity we went through all year, just to finally say we did it.
Mm-hmm. That sweet moment. Yeah, it's here in the community for people. People were watching it, driving to their kids' hockey in Ottawa. People had their phones up everywhere. Like everybody was watching the game. They had the watch parties here at a couple of different locations in the community. So it was this shared moment that we had across the country with you guys, and it was just really brought so much pride to the community to really just enjoy that victory with you. So as coaches, how did that feel to be in that historical moment, this epic moment for the community?
Well, for myself, I just came and said, like, watching the clock wind down, that was probably one of the coolest experiences, because it could kind of, the weight's off your shoulders and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
But, winning that cup, I felt like it was a little bit more than, just the Kahnawake Hunters winning it. It was like the community's cup.
Mm-hmm.
That's the way I felt. Like when we first started our journey, well, for me anyways, there was always like that stigma of, Kahnawake lacrosse is, bottom of the barrel. We were never there. We're always the bridesmaids, like we never can make it. There was a curse. We always hear that word, the curse.
Mm-hmm.
So for us to finally break that curse and bring home a national championship for town was wild.
Mm-hmm.
And it also, like, like I said, it started like years and years before like I even got there, from, when we first came in as like taking it over, like the coaching jobs and stuff, our plan was to bring back that pride,
Mm-hmm.
and then there was guys like before, like Cam Horn, guys like that, Paul Albany, like those guys, they're hunters for life, like, and that's the kind of pride we wanted everybody to have, like we don't want to be that joke,
Mm-hmm.
so we changed the culture of the team and we brought it, like guys respected it, guys understand what it is to be a hunter now, there's a lot of pride that goes behind the name, and there's a lot of guys that were in the background that helped us get there, like for one, like Garrett Cree, he was with the team for years and years before, and then he's a guy that kind of was the glue, so he's like just as big of a part of this win than anyone else too, like he supported us the whole way through, even though like all the stuff that went down, and he was in our corner, so that was huge. So it was a big pride thing for me,
Yeah,
so.
definitely. What about you, Kirby Joe?
Yeah, it was big pride, everything. I've actually had a chance of playing 2 Founders Cups with big names like Angus Goodleaf, Marky Kirby, and I had an opportunity to win a bronze medal. Actually, funny story too is that we played Elora in the Founders Cup.
Oh yeah,
Lost to them. 20 years later, I got to coach against them.
that's
Beat them
amazing.
in the reverse sweep going to the Founders Cup. Yeah, I ended up winning a bronze medal, and so for me to be able to experience that not only with my son but with everybody, our family, other my nephews on the team, and again, like we're all one big family, we're all brothers. But to experience that with these guys was amazing. I'm still in awe about it. It's still like, I think maybe once we get our rings, we'll, it'll settle in like we are champions,
It's amazing. When's the rings coming in?
In December, I think our banquet is coming up in December, and
Nice.
they're awesome, big gold ring, I think, yeah,
So cool. That's
yeah,
amazing.
so that'll be it's gonna be in the memories forever,
Mhm. And I know I seen you guys all toughed it out in the rain for the parade. Lots of umbrellas. Everybody was waiting for the go ahead. So it was nice to see that people turned out, even though it was raining. It didn't matter. People wanted to be there to support. So it's really awesome. We're just so proud of all of the young guys and giving that motivation to the youth in the community to stick with it, put in the hard work, and be able to reach those goals. So Nyawakoa for all of that you did this year as a coaching staff, as the team, just giving that positive energy back to the community is really appreciated. And looking ahead, what would you hope to see for the future, next generations of players growing up in lacrosse, like opportunities? I know at one point there had been talk about having a covered rink. Is that still a possibility for the future? Is that still something that's happening?
Yeah, that's still going. The rink is up. We were supposed to actually have a grand opening this past weekend and the weekend before, but with the weather and everything, it was, you have to hold off till next season. But yeah, definitely. The roof is not up yet. I believe that will only be in 2026 or 7 where it would be
Nice.
putting that up.
So is that kind of like the one that's over in Saint Constant, or more like the one that's in Kahnawake?
Like the one in Saint Constant, maybe not as big, but there's
same concept.
Yeah, and I believe it'll be put up to where eventually in the future they will be able to close it in.
Oh, nice.
So
awesome.
There'll be a lot of planning going into that. I don't really know the stages on that, but
well, congratulations on the grand opening. I'll have to keep my eyes open for that. And you guys, as players, what would you like to see for the future generation of lacrosse players, opportunities, things that you would think that you would have liked to have when you guys were younger?
I think maybe for the future, I mean, the rink with the roof is pretty cool, but I mean, maybe another arena where you're playing in it like all season, you know, because
Yeah,
our
you
arena, right,
lose it.
you
Yeah.
put the ice in and then we don't
True.
really have nowhere to go. But if you can have an arena where kids are going in all the time just to shoot around, just to keep the sticks going, just keep playing the game.
So what do you guys do right now for lacrosse? When do you guys go to the youth center? Where do you guys host any type of practices?
Really wherever we can get floor time at.
Yeah.
You know, there's the youth center, there's the sportsplex in Chattagee,
Oh, nice.
there's I believe there's a floor in Saint Constant. You know, but it all costs money too,
Yeah,
right? You know, so it's getting floor time is the hardest thing to do in the off season because they give priority to soccer and football.
Huh. Interesting.
So it's, you know, we try to get what we can where we can
Yeah.
when we can. So
Gotta be resourceful.
yeah.
And all pro bono. So what about you guys? Is there anything that you would want to see for the youth with lacrosse and opportunities and training? Anything you can contribute?
I think just the same thing, like an arena where you can stay like all year round and just keep your sticks in your hands and go there with the guys and have a good time.
Nice. Do you guys do off court training, like gym training? You guys do?
I don't personally, you know, but these guys do. They need to be staying in shape.
Yeah.
They're all seniors now, except Owen. He's got 1 or 2 years junior left. But yeah, these guys are all still playing now in different leagues, and you know, you got to keep sharp.
Yeah.
and
So where
stay
do you
hot.
guys go train? Yeah. Nice.
That's the only gym where, I mean, it's right in town, right? And then I guess you go throw the ball in there. They have nets, but other than that, it's just.
So ideally, it would be a covered rink with a training facility next to it.
The whole 9 yards,
Big
everything
goals.
would, you know, this is something that we've needed for, and I think we talked about this for as long as I've been involved with lacrosse, you know.
I know I've been hearing you say it for a long time. That's why.
We've had a lot of people commit to donating towards this new arena, you know. But it's definitely, this would benefit the community, you know. Since I've started, I think we put, you know, a lot of guys got drafted into the NLL, into other leagues, but I think, and that's only playing 4 or 5 months out of the season. You know, if we could go all year round, I think we could get a lot more guys going into schools, colleges, you know, again, into the leagues. And that's something what we do, right? We give opportunity. This is why we're here as coaches, as managers, you know, to give these guys the best opportunity that we can, you know. And if we could do that all year, I think a lot of things would change in this community.
That healthy living.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know, and maybe not only sports wise, but there's a lot of things that could help too. I mean, with young groups, with young kids, you know, depression and stuff that, you know, they keep deep down inside, you know. This is a way to let it out, or to, you know, some people only have lacrosse, you know. When you put down your stick in the wintertime, who knows what they do, you know, right? But if we could keep a stick in everybody's hands all year round, I think, you know, we could do a lot more.
Yeah, bring that positive change. When I was at KSS teaching, I would keep the gym open at lunch. So I was like, I prefer them to be in the gym than trying to walk to Tim Hortons or anything. Keep them active and give it those positive endorphins. And sports just creates this sense of routine, this accountability. Accountability not only to yourself, but like you said, to your teammates, and having that pride to be working together and getting those results as a team, not just having that individual mentality. And that's where we need to get back to, is everybody being this collective together. So talking about giving all these opportunities to the youth for the future sparks conversation about the Olympics. So lacrosse is coming back to the Olympics, and I heard talk that Canada gave their okay that the Haudenosaunee could play under our own flag. The U.S. said that they gave their okay that we can play under our own flag, but the Olympic Committee has not budged on that. It's very silly when I go out and talk to people and I tell them that it's our game, and they're like, "Well, yeah, it makes total sense that you should be playing under your own flag." So, what's your thoughts on that? Do you think that we'll get any movement with that, or?
I think it will.
Yeah.
I think it will. I don't think that the Olympic Committee or anybody would want backlash on something like this. You know, I think it's our right to be out there representing our own people, our own nation. And I think it'll be a goal.
Yeah, that's something that I'm able to talk about with a lot of people and be able to show them the Confederacy. We have our own passport, and it just opens up so many people's minds that they really have no idea. So I think that it'll be a really important moment for not only our Confederacy, but the rest of the First Nations across Canada to have that moment where people realize that we're still here and that we're competing on this international level. Like the men's, they placed 4th this year, right? In South Korea? 4th or?
Yeah, what's it?
They lost to Australia, right?
Yeah.
So just having these, y'all don't know your stats over there. It's really awesome to see these amazing things happening, and the more we can give that structure, the more we can give those training opportunities, the more we're going to be able to really get that win from Canada and the US, because we've been at their heels for a while. So how did y'all feel when Akwesasne won the President's Cup? Has Kahnawake won the President's Cup before?
Oh my God, no! Let's not talk about that. You know,
you guys are close. I know you were close, but I didn't know if you guys ever made it all the way.
No. I lost 2 gold medal games, and that's as close as I came, silver. You know, but definitely awesome to see Akwesasne win it finally. You know, Muskies. I mean, I know the Braves won it twice, a few years back, but it's good to see the Muskies because they a lot of those guys on that team I've played with in my junior career, and ever since I played with that team, they got close, but they never won it. You know, and I got a lot of friends on that team that said this was their year. And they did it. It was good to see. Yeah. They had a young team. They had some old veterans on the team. You know, Joe Hall being one of them. But he's a dog out there. He hustles, and it's good to see him play. Good to see him finally host that cup.
Oh yeah.
You know,
I seen him go viral in the winter.
Yeah.
Headdress. And Thunder, did you ever get close to it when you played?
No, I never played in it. But it's coming. You know, the president's coming to Kahnawake soon, I believe. Especially with these guys coming up. The guys that just graduated, the guys that graduated in the last 5 years, you know, they're all studs and ready to go. So I believe once they all either get together, or even before that, it's next. You know, that's definitely next. Then, and you know, can't.
So does the whole team do the off-floor training with you guys? Or is it just...
No, just a few guys.
So you guys got to motivate the rest then, because everybody's got to be in the gym. That's how you'll get that next cup. That's what I say to my little guy. I'm like, you got to realize that professional athletes, they're not just playing their sport. They're training in the gym just as much as they're playing their sport. So you got to realize that you got to put work in both places to get to those goals. So we're almost wrapped up. It was a really nice conversation with y'all. Do you guys have any final thoughts to say before we leave tonight? Don't all go at once.
Just for me, I guess like you were saying, like what's next for the Hunters and stuff like that. I guess what I would like to see is an all Kahnawake team. You know, it's nice that we bring in guys from other places. You know, it was always huge for us. But I believe we have the talent in Kahnawake to field the whole lacrosse team. You know, so that'd be something awesome to see. The kids coming up, they're really talented. You know, like a lot more talented than you see from like years past. You know, like you have kids doing some crazy stuff out there. So
Mhm.
it'd be nice to see a full Kahnawake roster.
Yeah,
That'd be pretty awesome.
that's cool.
Yeah, so the future's bright in lacrosse and Kahnawake, so
It's
something to look
awesome.
forward to.
We have this momentum, and we
We do.
gotta
We
take
definitely do,
advantage
yeah.
of it,
And just keep it going.
exactly. And the more people pass through this program, the more people are able to give back like you do. And that's what we want to see. Enjoy it while you're young, and then when your body gets old, and give back to the community. So any of the players got anything else to say before we wrap up? What do you guys got planned for the winter time?
For the winter, I'm just playing hockey right now, and then there's a ALL league back home in Six Nations. I got drafted to that with Owen.
Nice.
Came and plays our goalie Casey. He got drafted by them.
Oh,
So that
congratulations.
should be fun.
And it's good because you all keep working together.
Yeah. And Owen and Casey too. They still have a couple years of junior left, so that'll help them with their game too. Playing with older guys, more skilled, more smart. They'll grow their game for them.
Mentorship. Yeah. That good stuff. Okay. Well, Nyawakoa today for coming and joining for this podcast. It was really awesome to have you. It was really awesome to celebrate with you at the end of the summer, this big win, and just keep bringing these cups back home to the community so we can keep celebrating for the future. Nyawakoa. Ana.
The views and opinions of the guests expressed in this podcast do not reflect those of Udiwase and its employees.